If you've ever woken up at 3 o'clock in the morning, not panicking, not stressed, not gagging to get somewhere, then this video might be for you. You may not even think that you're stressed, but here we are, laying in bed, staring at the ceiling, listening to the quiet. After 50, stress doesn't always shout. It whispers in your ear, quietly. And sometimes it would just show up at night. In my last video, we talked about how sleep changes when you get into your 50s. Melatonin, hormones, body clocks. But today I want to focus more on something which really affects me and my sleep. One of the most misunderstood reasons why, and that's stress. Stress can be one of the main reasons why people wake up during the night. Not dramatic stress, not burnt out, just the sort of stress which lives quietly in the background of adult life. Stress just looks different after 50. Because when we were younger, stress was so obvious. We had young families, deadlines, financial problems. After 50, stress just takes a different shape. We have different responsibility stress, more health awareness, relationship shifts, more family concerns, and we think more about the future than we used to when we were younger. You may feel emotionally calm, but your nervous system just stays alert. It's like having multiple tabs open in your mind and then trying to convince yourself that it's not affecting your performance. So why does stress show up at night? It's because distractions just disappear. You got no emails, no texts, no conversation, no tasks to do. So your brain finally has space and it's going to use it. Your mind's not trying to upset you. It's just trying to process what's gone on or what's going on. After 50, your brain becomes more vigilant. It's more aware of change, risk and uncertainty. That vigilance is pretty useful during the day, but at night, less helpful. Cortisol with your nervous system and waking up at 3 a.m. could be a bit of a clue. Your cortisol is an awakening hormone, an alertness hormone, and that should be slowly releasing at 6 a.m. or thereabouts. But if you've got some chronic stress or low stress, then that could be slowly triggering or slowly releasing at 3 a.m, which then mixed in with your nervous system is causing the wake up at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, because that's when your body is thinking now that that's when you should be getting up. And your body's not trying to punish you, it's trying to be helpful, because your brain is interpreting this wake up as something needs attention. Because I find that I'm waking up alert. I'm not groggy or feeling tired. And I don't even think it's insomnia. I think it's my nervous system, my brain doing its job just a little bit too well. So then we have men, women and stress after 50. I mean, a lot of the problems are still the same, but there's obviously some differences with men and women. There's obviously going to be differences. For women, hormonal changes during and after the menopause can increase the nervous system sensitivity. This causes a problem with sleep depth, body temperature and emotional regulation. Even for women who's never had a problem sleeping before, this can rear up later on in your 50s. Men often internalise stress. Rather than feeling anxious, we find ourselves reviewing, analysing, planning. The body is tired, but the mind just stays switched on. So we have the same stress, just different operating systems. And then when we try and fix these sleeping problems, it quite often just backfires. This is where many people get stuck. You wake up, you check the time, you start worrying, and then you try and force sleep. The brain reads this effort as urgency. So the urgency tells the brain that we need to stay awake. And because of that problem with our nervous system, sleep just steps away. Sleep is cooperative, not competitive. So what actually helps nighttime stress? It isn't to try and sleep harder, it's to try and help the nervous system feel safe enough to let sleep back in. Helpful practices which you can try and do to help prolong your sleep is try and lower the light down before you go to sleep. Try and write your worries down before you go to bed. Routines help. And try and have reassuring thoughts before you drift off to sleep. Try not to think about them problems which you've been having. And try and do deep breathing exercises. If you've got a Fitbit or a Garmin or something like that, there's often a program on there which you can use to try and teach you to do breathing exercises. I think that's something I need to have a go of actually, before I turn the light out. If you do wake up at night, just remind yourself, this is just uncomfortable. It's not dangerous. And sometimes that message alone can relax your nervous system to give in to going back to sleep again. If stress is waking you up at night, it doesn't mean that you're failing at sleep. It just means that your nervous system needs reassurance, not force. Because force is just going to keep awakening your brain and your thoughts. If this has resonated with you, put a note in the comments. Let me know if it's your body which wakes first or your mind, your thoughts, your problems. So, thanks for watching. I hope this video has added a little bit of clarity to why you're possibly not sleeping, same as me. And maybe try a couple of techniques which I've mentioned. And I'll catch you on the next video. And I'm going to carry on with my walk with Honey, as per usual. See you in the next one.